Welcome back to the CryptoBot channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the stock market is still experiencing a pullback, which is resulting in crypto prices pulling back as well. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in this video, but first giving you a quick update on the 12-hour Bitcoin chart. And right now, at the time of recording this video, the Bitcoin price is running into the golden pocket, the most important Fibonacci level, and that is coming in at around $37,000 to $38,000 per Bitcoin, which is pretty much exactly where these previous lows are coming into play at the end of February and the beginning of March. So that 37K level is a very important price level for Bitcoin to hold above, because if the Bitcoin price sees a confirmed break, like a daily candle close, for example, below 37,000, then in that case, the larger price structure here is beginning to shift more in the bearish direction. And so a confirmed break below $37,000 per Bitcoin would significantly increase the chances of the Bitcoin price falling down towards the January low again, which is sitting at around 33,000. And that would be our next most important level of support for Bitcoin. So that is why the test of this golden pocket at around 37 to 38,000 is very important for Bitcoin to hold. And whether or not the stock market holds above these previous lows would likely determine the outcome for the test of this golden pocket on the Bitcoin chart. And just giving you a quick update on this 12-hour Bitcoin chart, of course, the parabolic stop and reverse indicator is still sitting in the red, which is technically a bearish signal for the Bitcoin price. But what is really interesting is, despite the Bitcoin price seeing a pullback today, the 12-hour Bitcoin price oscillators are currently not looking too bearish. First of all, if you're looking in the 12-hour Bitcoin MACD, looking in the histogram in particular, we are currently seeing almost no momentum. The histogram is extremely flat, while the 12-hour Bitcoin RSI right now is still forming higher lows, which means, technically speaking, despite the recent pullback, the bears still have less momentum right now compared to back here, for example, because during this time period, basically in the first 2 weeks of April, both the 12-hour Bitcoin RSI and the 12-hour Bitcoin MACD were in a strong bearish trend, which was revealing a lot of bearish momentum to the downside. And obviously pretty much every single day throughout that bearish trend, I was talking about this bearish momentum, but right now we are simply not seeing the same thing as what we were seeing back then. And in fact, this is evident in the price action itself. If you're looking at the trend rather than each individual fluctuation in the Bitcoin price, the shorter term downtrend in the Bitcoin price starting at the end of March, beginning of April, was a lot steeper up until around the middle of April. And then ever since that point right there, where these price oscillators began their uptrends, this shorter term bearish trend has not been as steep if you're looking at the trend, once again, not the individual price fluctuations. And of course, I'll be sure to keep you updated if anything changes on this chart in these videos. But if you want to stay up to date in real time throughout the day, make sure to follow me over on my Twitter, and the link to my Twitter is in the description down below and also in the pinned comment. And now giving you a quick update on the daily Bitcoin chart. Right now, at the time of recording this video, the Bitcoin price is trading back below this upward trending line of support, which is obviously more of a bearish signal, but we are still yet to see a significant daily candle close below this upward trending line of support. For example, a daily candle close below, let's just say 39,000. And it's worth mentioning the next daily candle close is in around 6 hours from now at the time of recording this video. And if today's daily candle looks anything like this when it closes, then it will be safe to say that the Bitcoin price has finally broken this upward trending line of support with confirmation. But as I mentioned earlier, we still have this range of support at around 37,000 to 38,000 based on these previous lows and that golden pocket that I mentioned earlier in the video. And now giving you a quick update on the US stock market today. This right here is the Nasdaq 100 index on the daily time frame. And as a lot of you already know, the stock market is one of the best Bitcoin indicators, because obviously for the longer term subscribers out there, you would know that I've been saying for well over a year now that the Bitcoin price and the stock market are heavily correlated. And when I was saying this around a year ago, there was a lot of people telling me that I'm wrong and that Bitcoin could never be correlated with the stock market. But now that the correlation is pretty much undeniable at this point, there is a lot more people opening up to the idea. And so it's because of that this test of this previous low in the Nasdaq 100 index is very important for Bitcoin as well as the stock market, because obviously if the Nasdaq 100 index breaks those previous lows that we set back in February and March, then we'll be forming another lower low on the larger timeframes, which technically means the larger trend is still a bearish trend in that scenario. But as I've been mentioning over the past couple of days, the daily RSI for the Nasdaq 100 index honestly is not looking too good, because the daily RSI has clearly broken below this upward trending line of support. And usually when the RSI is looking bearish, that means we're about to see some more bearish price action. And once again, I mentioned that yesterday, and of course we're seeing more bearish price action today. But what I also mentioned yesterday was the optimistic point of view, which is the RSI getting closer towards oversold territory. So keep that in mind. And something else that we need to keep an eye on is the DXY, the US dollar currency index, which, by the way, this is on the weekly time frame. And right now the DXY is approaching a very important level of resistance, because the last two times where the DXY got up towards around 102 to 103, 103, we previously saw a lot of downwards pressure on the DXY as we approached those sort of values. And basically in both of these previous examples, the DXY entered another massive downtrend on the weekly time frame after getting above around 102 to 103. And during those downtrends in the DXY were massive Bitcoin bull markets, which is why this is also an important indicator to pay attention to even for crypto holders. But anyway, if you made it this far in the video, I'd really appreciate it if you could just leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. And of course, it is completely for free to do that. And before we click off, if you're serious about making more money in crypto, whether or not prices are going up, down, or sideways, then these two videos popping up right here on your screen are definitely for you to watch. But anyway, that is it for this update. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.